Rangers closed the gap at the top of the Scottish Premiership, but this tweet seriously took my eyes, guys. Welcome back to Fog Football. We're here to review Rangers 2, St Johnstone 0. And from the Celtic blog, early St Johnstone red card and a late Ibrox penalty. Nothing left to chance tonight, guys. Nothing left to chance. It's farcical, isn't it? Seriously, honestly, farcical, but predictable at least. End of tweet. Right, this is moonhoilery at the highest order. I mean, it's one of the most clear red cards you will ever see, right? In the penalty, it's a clear penalty, man. Dessers goes round Mitov. Mitov catches him, both hands, both gloves, on Dessers' feet, man, as he's running. Dessers goes down. Hi. Like, this is fucking mad, though. I mean, you only get this with Celtic fans, right? Because this is just, it's desperation at the highest order. I mean, I've reviewed quite a lot of football matches in my time here on this channel, on my own channel, and I see it as it is, right? But to sit there on Twitter, I mean, it's not just this, guys, a lot of stuff, but to try and say that it's corrupt. So we want to just keep that decision as a yellow and not give a clear penalty, just to make it look like the Rangers get cheated as well. Aye. Talking absolute fucking dross is this guy. But let's move in to the match review and let's talk about Kemar Roofe. Because, of course, Kemar Roofe got injured in this game. He had a shot, then he gets subbed off. And my patience with Kemar Roofe has finally, it's folded. It's out the window, out the door. I can't be arsed with this guy. It really is that simple. Captain Weetabix, it's time to go. I've seen a lot of people saying it, and I've been saying it. I think a lot of it's to do with his head. I think he didn't even look injured, and they signalled, and he just rips his shirt off and runs down the tunnel. It's like, what is going on? Honestly, man, to think what a player this guy could have been without the injuries, and I don't want to beat that horse to death, man, about Kemar Roofe. What a man, the myth, the legend. You're no Troy the Gardener. You're Bobby the Barman. You're no Kemar Roofe. You're R9. No, he's mince. I'm sorry. It's all over for the main man, Kemar Roofe. For me, Rangers have got to look to sell this guy. I mean, the question is, who would want a guy with an injury record like him? It's mad. Like, you look at Philip Olander, who his Rangers career towards the end was absolutely curtailed by injuries. And this guy, I wouldn't even be surprised if Kemar Roofe joined the club and was managing to get 30, 40 games a season, to be honest. But we'll have to wait and see in that regard. But let's talk about the game, shall we? Because he's off after 15 minutes with John Souttar having a snapshot for a corner. I mean, it looks like Dessers actually almost blocked this off the line. But what happens after this? Tavernier whips a ball into the box. It's awful defending from St Johnstone. It falls to Cyril Dessers and he just pokes it underneath the legs of Mitov. Mitov thought he had a good game, but here, could he really have done much more? Probably not. So Rangers lead 1-0, and this was not a great performance by any means from Rangers, but all that mattered was the win, the 3 points. It was that simple. Then we get the red card. John Lundstrom almost gets his ankle broke here by Jameson, but no, let's pretend that it was never a red. Let's pretend that the referees are just in to shaft every club that ain't Rangers. That's exactly what it is. Brother John, I'm sure he was watching on through the VAR room. Those big Mason refs, all of them, they're all Huns, ain't they? Every single referee hates every other team in the league apart from the Glasgow Rangers. It's out there. It's happened. It's over. It's good night. We're willing to accept it now. The cat is out of the bag. Remember when you grew up watching wrestling, you realise, hold on a minute, this isn't real. Aye, well, the cat's out the bag here for Scottish football. Rangers get all the decisions. I mean, fuck off with that part, man. That part's pish. Seriously. And then, they'll never get a penalty against them. And Aberdeen will get their chance previous round. Hearts got a penalty. But the only reason they gave them a penalty is because Rangers were 3-0 up. Absolutely. What are we doing here? In all seriousness, man. It's crazy. Let's talk about Sam Lammers for about 10 seconds. The guy had a host of chances. He could have scored about 5 tonight. He scored nada. and that's all I've really got to say about him. John Lundstrom, hopefully it's not too bad. He did get subbed off quite early on, obviously. Meatell, though, played a really good game, brother, but he did bring down Dessers, and it was an absolute penalty. He catches him. Like, the problem with these Celtic fans is, though, they'll actually just... I'm actually surprised that they're not watching the game, right? But they'll just look at the game, red card, and then penalty, and they'll just automatically assume it was a screw job against St Johnstone. Now, most of the time, though, they would watch the game because they're completely and utterly obsessed. But Rangers went 2-0. Tav steps up for his 116th goal in his Rangers career. Absolutely phenomenal record from the captain. And yes, guys, it is -2 at the top in Glasgow. Things are getting a wee bit toasty, or almost at breaking point. But let's talk about the other team that we're playing tonight. And with Aberdeen defeating the Diddy team known as Livingston. I mean, it's two Diddy teams, I guess. But let's talk about it. Let's absolutely talk about it, because Aberdeen were 1-0 down, and I thought Barry Robson when it could have been on the verge of a sacking, but he managed to turn it around. I'll say he managed to turn it around, man. Seriously. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, guys, let's leave this video here. The gap at the top's closed. Aberdeen are fighting their way up the table. Barry Robson, you just feel like his days are numbered, though. Like, too many of these dogged performances for him, like, and then, just counteract it by shit performances the next week. Time's running out for Barry, but for Rangers, we're only getting started. Can you see us now?